Emma Goldman was an influential leader in the feminist movement. On March 1906, she established a radical feminist magazine, which she entitled Mother Earth. Although the magazine was suspended in 1917 due to its harsh topics that expressed her views concerning women's liberation, she is best remembered for her works that depicted her political ideas on reformation of marriage, sexual independence for women, and birth control.
One of the articles she published in Mother Earth called for the reform of laws that affected marriage. This work clearly stated her views on marriage. However, nothing illustrated her position on matrimony as well as her life choices. For example, in 1885, she immigrated to the United States from Russia in order to avoid an arranged marriage and then married Jacob Kirchner. She ended the marriage only after 3 months due to her sexual frustration resulting from her husband's impotence. Subsequently, she vowed never to allow herself to be humiliated again in marriage. Although, in 1925, she broke that vow by marrying James Cotton out of the convenience in order to acquire a passport. Evidently, marriage was merely a tool for Miss Goldman.
Perhaps her belief of sexual independence for women stemmed from her previous marital experiences. Nevertheless, when it came to sexual freedom, Emma Goldman practiced what she preached by having many affairs. For instance, when she was involved with Alexander Berkman, she was also intimate with his cousin Thaddeus. This behavior was quite scandalous for this era.
Miss Goldman strongly advocated birth control. This was clearly evident in her 20-year battle against enslaving women by unwanted pregnancies. This view resulted from a conference she attended in Paris in the 1900s and was further confirmed after she worked as a midwife in the slums of New York, in which she witnessed the tragic effects of the deprivation of birth control on women. She was so passionate about this topic that in 1960, she openly discussed contraceptives to Jewish immigrant women that ultimately resulted in a 15-day prison sentence.
However, Emma Goldman had a history of being detained for her passion. In 1893, she was imprisoned for a year for initiating a riot. In 1901, it was assumed she was involved in President William McKinley's assassination. Although a case could not be made, she spent 2 weeks in custody. Also in 1917, she was sentenced to 2 years in the Missouri Penitentiary for opposing the draft. Subsequently, serving 18 months in jail followed deportation after her release. In conclusion, Goldman's behavior resulted in her alienation of both her supporters and female activists alike. In addition, she is now remembered as an outsider to the women's movement of the 19th century. In fact, she was only allowed to return to the United States after her death to be buried.